Boys and girls, all week long, we have been talking about what Jesus has done for us with his death and resurrection. And so we are going just to review um, the good news about Jesus. We call that the gospel, the good news about what Jesus has done for us. And even though we're reviewing what we've worked on in Bible all week, this is also a tool that you can use to share the gospel with others. So I'm going to tell this story with a piece of paper. So this clean piece of paper, no tears, no rips, no folds. This is representing a right relationship with God. This is why we were created, to have this whole relationship with God. God is love, and he wanted us to share that with him. But boys and girls, we know the story. We know that sin entered the world. In Romans 3:23 says, "For all have sinned and fall short of the glory of God." Sin destroyed that relationship, that perfect relationship with God. It separated us from him. But boys and girls, he loved us, and he wasn't willing to let it last like this. And so his desire all along was for us to live eternally with him in his home in heaven. That was his plan all along. So at the moment sin entered the world, his plan came into effect. And Galatians 4:4 says that at just the right time, God sent his son for us. And so Jesus came down to earth to show us the love of God. He taught from the scriptures. He taught with parables. He showed us how to love God, to love others, and he kept pointing us to God. But boys and girls, even though Jesus was showing us and living a righteous life. In fact, he never sinned at all, did he? But even though he was always pointing us to God, there were people that didn't believe him and people that wanted to destroy him. The leaders turned the people away from him. In fact, his friends left him and betrayed him. And he was turned over to the Romans, who, though he had done nothing wrong, he was given a punishment. Romans 6:23 says, "The wages of sin is death." And that's what Jesus did. He died on the cross to pay for our sin. He took that for us. He took the punishment that we deserved, and he died on the cross. But boys and girls, even though Romans 6:23 says the wages of sin is death, he took that punishment. And we know the rest of the verse. But the gift of God is, do you know the rest of the verse? The free gift of God is eternal life. Right? So what God did for us, he sent his son Jesus. Think about John 3:16. "For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, that whoever believes in him will not perish, but will have eternal life." So boys and girls, the cross is a reminder of what Jesus has done for us. And remember, he didn't stay dead on that cross. He rose again to life so that we could have life with him. So boys and girls, I hope that you'll be able to remember that and share that with someone else.